What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of the JuiceBox presented by Lock City. If you haven't yet, be sure to claim that 50% code off all plans. That's code NFL Playoffs at wop.com/LockCity. This episode, we're going to dive into the UFC Fight Night card. We got Israel Adesanya versus Nasruddin Imavov in Saudi Arabia, starting at 12 p.m. Eastern. I got Wighty on the mic with me today. Wighty,
What's up? How's it going, guys?
pretty chilling, bro. How's your day been?
Good. Yeah, relaxed, just getting off work and excited to dive into the card.
Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. You been taking any peeks at this card lately or what?
Yeah, I've been all over it. Set up some call the card picks. It was back and forth on a couple of these fights. I think we have a lot of good competitive fights tomorrow. The whole main card, for the most part, there were only maybe one or two obvious picks to me, and I think the other three could probably go either way. I'm interested to see what you have.
Yeah, I agree. I got my picks in for Call the Card, but I'm still pretty indecisive. I think these fights are going to be a lot closer than what the odds are projecting them to be, but only time will tell, right? But yeah, we got a fucking absolute banger of a main card to start us off, or to end the night off, and the day off, I should say. It starts at 12. The first fight, let's look at it here. We got Ferris ZM and Mike Davis. So Ferris, 27-year-old. Damn, he's on a 4-fight win streak. This will be his 9th fight in the UFC. Pretty interesting, actually. And then Mike Davis, 32. He's also on a 4-fight win streak. Holy. And this is his 6th fight
Yeah,
in the UFC. Damn, this is going to be a freaking slugfest, maybe.
yeah, this is going to be a heater, I think. And Mike Davis, he's been hurt. I think his last five fights I saw span since 2019 till now. So 5 fights in 5 years. He tore his bicep somewhere in there. So, I mean, he's a dog, but he does have some injury history. At the beginning, I wanted to go Ferris I am, but I don't know. I'm leaning more and more Davis on this one.
I think I'm leaning more Ferris. I mean, damn, like even hearing about that bicep injury and then he's still on a 4-fight win streak. Like that's pretty damn impressive. You'd think he'd recover pretty well from that if that's the case, but I don't know. Both these
Yeah,
guys
he's
have
a
never been KO'd, and they both have big KO power too. So we could see a first in that sense for them.
I think it's going to be a barn burner for sure. I think it's going to be a high pace. The whole 3 rounds, I could really see this one going either way. I think the odds are pretty reflective of that. It's going to be tight. It's going to be close. I'm leaning Mike Davis. I think my call the card pick is going to be Mike Davis, but I could definitely see this going either way.
I think I'm against you on this one. I'm going Ferris. I'm
All
going
right,
Ferris
lock it
on
in.
this one. Yeah, I'm locked in. All right, what do we have next up? We got people are calling this guy a fraud lately. Saeed Nurmagomedov. Why are they calling him a fraud, huh? Why?
Because he's a fraud. No, he's I don't know. I think his last fight there when he started to gas out at the end, he had his hands on his knees at the end of the fight. I think that rubbed some people the wrong way, but I mean, it was a pretty good dog fight. I don't think he's overrated by any means or a
I
fraud
mean,
by any means,
he
but
probably
I
trains
did
with
pick against
Habib,
him in
right?
this one. Yeah,
He's
true.
probably trains with
But
Habib, and then Habib seeing him with his hands on his knees after that last fight, he's probably like, brother, we have to work on cardio.
yeah, he sent him off to the camps, but now he's back. Full conditioning. I don't know. I'm leaning Vinicius Oliveira on this one still. I think he's got good pace. I think the same sort of thing. I think his striking is going to be a little bit more. I don't know if it'll be better than Saeed. Saeed's got good striking. He's accurate. He doesn't rush anything. On the ground, I think it's going to be pretty equal as well. I don't really know.
I
This is
agree.
another close to 50-50, but I'm going with the Brazilian. I'm going Vinicius.
You're going with my one of my number one rules, eh? Don't go against the Brazilians.
Yep.
This one is tough for me. I mean, Vinicius has something to prove. The guy's on his third fight of his contract after winning Dana White's Contender Series. So he's
Yep.
on a 2-fight win streak. He's on a current 4-fight win streak in total from all of his professional fights, including the one from Contender Series. It's tough, but one of my other rules is don't go against the Dagestanis, and so far that one's been working out pretty well. I think I'm gonna. I think I got Saeed on this one. I'm a bit uncertain, but I think I'm gonna pick Habib's namesake Nurmagomedov there.
All right. We differ on both of the first two then.
Yeah,
That's
we
going to be
do.
interesting.
Bro, Vinicius has 16 KO victories.
Yeah, he's a monster. He's a dog, bro. He's going to go right till the bitter end. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think Saeed will gas out, but I think It could probably go the distance. I don't see either of them getting a finish necessarily unless something wonky happens. But I don't know. I'm gonna give Vinicius the edge just on the gas tank.
Yeah, I'm still uncertain. I'm right in the middle on this one right now. Actually, I'm uncertain. Come back. Tune in tomorrow, guys, for my picks on Call the Card for my pick on that one. All right, following that, we got a friggin' banger heavyweight slugfest between two units, Sergey Pavlovich and Jairzinho Rosenstrike. These
Yeah,
guys
this
are
one.
old, bro. These guys are old.
They are
Sergey's
both old.
32, Jairzinho's 35.
Oh, I thought he was even older than that. Yeah, Jarzinho, I legend, but he's getting up there.
He's getting up there.
Um,
Sergey's coming off a loss in this one,
yeah,
and
two,
Jairzinho's
isn't
on a
he?
two-fight win streak. Is he coming off two losses, Sergey? Let me see here. I know
No, it
he's
might
coming
just be
off a
the one.
loss in his last one. 2024, he fought Volkov and lost. He lost to
Yeah,
Tom Aspinall in November, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Two losses in a row. He had his title fight, and then he got just absolutely outpieced by Volkov.
And
I don't
then
know. I think this is going to be a nice little remember the name fight. I think all of that hype that died off around Sergey, I think we could see some of that come back, especially if he gets a KO finish. I don't know. Someone's going to get KO'd. They both just have way too much power. This isn't going to go the distance.
yeah, I, I don't know. I think we might see these guys swing for the fences early on, looking for a KO, and it honestly could end up being fight of the night if it goes the distance. Like this fight is going to be, or they could just get gassed. I mean, they're heavyweight big boys, so they could just get gassed by the third round.
Yeah, they could easily gas themselves out. I was thinking of going Sergey by KO on one of my method parlays for
You're
tomorrow. I'm
crazy.
not sure yet.
You're crazy. I got Jairzinho on this. I think he's the underdog still. He was the underdog when I looked last at the odds.
Yeah, he's a fat underdog.
Yeah, I mean, the guy's coming in off a two-fight win streak. Like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah, plus 240. You're getting, I don't know, more than three times your money on the money line for him.
And like, it's not like
He,
he knocked out like jokes. Like he knocked out Tai Tuivasa, who you could argue is on the come down. I know people are gonna hate me saying that. And then Shamil Gaziev, he handed him his first loss, knocked him out in
yeah,
the fourth
that's true.
round. So like, I don't know. I think people are very they're underestimating Jairzinho and what he can pull off in this one.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. I'm looking at Sergey. There's only two losses come to good guys. I think Volkov's better than Rosenstrike. Obviously, Aspinall's better than Rosenstrike. So I don't know. My UFC math tells me go back to Sergey.
I'm sticking with my big boy Jairzinho on this. It's one of my rules too. Got to stick with him.
All right. Well, we got first three fights, and we differ on all three of them. Let's see what we got for the last two.
I think at least this next one, we're gonna have the same pick. We got Sharapudin, Magomedov, and Mr. Michael Venom Page.
I got Michael Venton on. Just yeah, I got Bullet on this one.
Yeah, me too. I mean, guy's
Yeah,
undefeated. People are calling like Michael Venom has been putting up a test to fighters. Like he put up a pretty good fight up against Ian. He showed off his skill pretty well against Kevin Holland, who you could say is also washed.
definitely
But
washed.
no man, I this one's Shara all day for me.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, MVP is one of the best strikers ever, but Chara, to land a double spinning back fist like that, I mean, your timing's got to be immaculate. I know he's
Yeah,
obviously had tons of great strikes prior to that, but obviously that one being the last fight and the finish of the fight, that comes first to mind to me. I think he can attack the legs too pretty well. Michael Venom Page he's got that weird stance. It's like almost a wide type stance that he runs
yeah.
with. And it's hard to hit him there. I think that could make the difference there if his legs start getting pieced up. He's not as mobile as he likes to be. But it'll be interesting.
He'll definitely give Shara a bit of trouble in this fight. Like honestly, I kind of retract saying it's Shara all day because this one could honestly be a straight toss up. It could go either way. But I'm not a fan of
Yeah, that's
Michael Page, so I'm taking Shara.
also not a fan of Michael Page, and I'm also taking Shara.
There we go. So we got one on the same page here. All right, what do we got next? The main event: Israel Adesanya and Nasruddin Imavov. Izzy is his 18th appearance in the UFC in this fight coming up, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah,
Um, 35 years old though. Oh, Fury's going off. Whoops. He's 35 years old, and he's going up against a 28-year-old Nasruddin, who's making his 10th appearance in the UFC and is on a 3-fight win streak coming from last year alone. What are you
Yeah, this
thinking?
I'd really like to go Izzy, but I I don't know if Izzy comes in and he's 100% old Izzy. I think Izzy watches him, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's been out of the octagon too much. He's spent too much time away. I think getting that win over Pereira was obviously really satisfying for him at the time, and probably completed a lot of career highlights for him. He's respected as probably one of the best, obviously, strikers ever, and his championship run was unrivaled. And if he comes out looking like that, he wins. But I don't think that's going to happen. I'm leaning Nasruddin Imavov. How about you?
All right, so Izzy took almost a year off. Yeah, he took almost a year off after the Sean Strickland fight to focus and came back to fight DDP and got fucking submitted in the fourth
And
round.
did not look focused. Yeah.
No, he did not look focused at all. So, I mean, you got a guy he's fought 4 times in 2024. He's 3-0 in those fights with one no contest. Like you gotta go with the more active fighter. Like Izzy could come in and surprise us all and be the same old Izzy that he was. There's no doubt that that could happen, but I don't think it will happen. So I got Nasruddin all day on this one.
Yeah, I agree. And the fact that it's not a pay-per-view card, like we haven't seen Izzy fight under these sorts of conditions. I mean, it's obviously going to be loud as hell over there. The Saudis always put out. It's
Oh
always a good
yeah,
crowd.
yeah,
But I mean, it's not going to have that exact same atmosphere as you would get on a pay-per-view card in a title fight. I don't know if that's going to get into his head at all. There's just too many variables, and Nasruddin's been consistent, like you were saying. He's been fighting consistently. He's been winning consistently. So I got to go with him.
yeah. I mean, Izzy's got 16 KOs under his belt. It's not something to take lightly, but very, very long ago. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think he's as focused anymore. I don't think the hype is around him as much anymore. I think he knows it and it's getting into his head and he's just not realizing it. And I think tomorrow's going to be a rude awakening for him.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this card. It's going to be bangers from top to bottom, and even the undercard's looking pretty solid. So this
Yeah,
is
we have
going
a
to be
couple fights on the prelims that I actually really liked. One of them, let me pull it up right here. Shamil Gaziev, I think, is going to
your boy.
come up heavy in that one. Yeah, I think he's going to come up heavy. He's got a nice rebound to make off of that, not after that loss to, what was it, Jairzinho? And then Mayra Bueno Silva. I think she's coming in as an underdog on this one. I could be wrong there.
Go against Jasmine, really.
Yeah, let me just pull that up real quick. Where is UFC? Yeah, she's coming in as a heavy, heavy underdog at plus 215. So those are two fights that
Interesting.
I'll probably stay away from, but definitely interested in watching those.
Yeah, I'm not going to put money against Jasmine, fellow Canadian. We can't do that to her, but yeah, I think Myra wins that fight.
She's good, man. The Brazilians are very, very tough. Very tough.
And I think Shamil's a good parlay piece. I don't see him dropping another one in a row. Thomas Peterson's just fat. I
Yeah, he's
think
a
he
heavy
gets the job
favorite in
done.
that one, minus 340. You could actually get a knockout in this. Yeah, for him to get knockout is plus 130. That actually might be a little good parlay piece right there.
Yeah, that might be a UFC best bets feature.
Quite possibly, you never know. Just stay tuned and you'll find out. If you want access to that best bets, that's not coming out for free. Like we usually put out call the card for free. Best bets will not come out for free. So if you want to get a head start on that, wap.com/lockcity, use code NFL playoffs, save 50% off all plans. Anything else you want to touch upon on this, Whitey?
No, I don't think so. I think I'm surprised how much we differ throughout the first three, but not really at the same time, given how close a lot of these fights are. So
Yeah.
just really looking forward to seeing out who comes out on top, and really, really looking forward to this co-main, and not as much the main event, but it'll be a sick main event.
Yeah, it's going to be a close one. Call the card is going to be even closer. So, but I'm coming for your head top this time. So get ready.
All right, I'm ready. Let's see it.
All right, guys. Thank you for tuning in to another podcast of the Juice Box by Lock City. This is Whitey and Munz signing out. Take care, everyone.
Cheers, guys.